What is going on, guys? Here we are. Long story short, it's been a hell of a day, and we finally got driver's side headers off. Long ways to go. I've got a good buddy helping me. He's letting me borrow a lift and everything, so shout out to him. I'll put a link and everything in the description for his motor shop and everything. You gotta go check him out. It's been a hell of a process. More than I can fucking handle by myself, so. Alrighty guys, so here we are. It's the next day. I didn't really film too much yesterday just because I was focused on this. So, but right now I'm gonna give it a walkthrough, kind of a talk. We've got the Corsa headers installed. This side's all the way done. We had to take out a lot of stuff, which still, this side's almost all the way done now I think about it. I still gotta put the steering shaft back in. But other than that, this side's done and complete. And the cold air intake, but you know, other than those two, that's it. For the ZL1 though, I went ahead and I removed my cold air intake, disconnected the battery, and then we took off the PCV. So how you take this cover off is you remove your oil cap, and then you get a T30 Torx socket or whatever you want, and whatever your preference, whatever you got. You unbolt it here, unscrew it there, and you undo this and you pull it up and it slides out, or slide it up, and then you can undo the clip here, and then you can slide it back out through this, and you can move this PCV all the way over or wherever you need it. And then once you got all that off, you start undoing your spark plugs, your the wires and everything, and then you can actually get down and take your spark plugs out. I would suggest removing your spark plugs and numbering them. You've got 1, 3, 5, and 7. So when you got them out, you know which order they go back in. So this is what I did, and I stuck them through here just temporarily. And I would suggest doing one side at a time. That way you have an idea to reference and you look back at. And then once you get down to it and you've got all this shit out of the way, you come in here. On the stock, it's going to be a 13 millimeter on the bolts for the headers. And then this is a Corsa. Is what I switched to. He did the anti-seize or whatever on the bolts, and he did the gasket. So I went on bottom and I helped line it up, and he stuck it in and got the header to hang. So we did all that. It was pretty simple, easy. But when you're taking the stock one off, obviously I would pull all the bolts except for the front or the last one and let it hang there, just loosen it, and then go out from the bottom and go back up on the lift, undo all your cats and all that shit, undo all the bolts from the bottom side. And of course it gives you instructions of how to, but if you need a video to kind of somewhat reference or gauge and have an idea of how to do it, there you go, that's your explanation. And it's very similar for the other side. On the other side, after you get everything off and you do the similar deal over here, on this side, since the wiring harness is directly almost in the way, you need to undo your coil packs. If you have access to lift, and now that you're under the car, you need to remove this K member. How you remove it is you got your simple bolts here, here, and here. And then, of course, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you're looking at it, you can see everywhere. Take off your plastic shields and all that. You get it down to this, and then you come back here and you start unbolting. This has a clamp style that's hooked on to the original factory header. And then over here, on this side, it just bolts up. So once you remove all that, you undo your O2 sensors and all that. You can leave your O2 sensors hanging for now. Once you get to this point, you can remove this as well. The reason we did it, we removed it temporarily to get a lot more play in the exhaust, and then we stuck it back in there now just to hold it up. I want to keep my active exhaust. That's why I chose to purposely keep it and not do full Corsa, is because Corsa doesn't offer any active exhaust for this vehicle. We're gonna fabricate something, probably cut out these secondary cats and kind of roll with it. But the last thing I plan on doing before this is ready to start up and leave is fabricate and figure out where I want to cut those connecting pipes. I guess we'll go from there. So, alrighty, I'm down to one bolt on the header. Hell yeah, hell yeah. This side of header is done, man. So I'm gonna go back up with it. I'm gonna go and put the steering shaft back in. And it's in there. So that's a hell of a start. Steering shaft is back in. 100%. I mean, I may have plenty depending on what this says right here. I don't know, just see what you can do, okay? Pull it off. That'll work. Here, you're gonna need all these. I have to get a long one for that one. Good? Got it? Cool. Hell yeah. Okay, so that goes and it slides just like that in between there. Oh, you got this up? not even gonna try to do this one. I'll let you get this one. But actually, I might. Hold on. Ooh. Yeah, but the problem is getting up to him. Make sure you push that clip forward, babe.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to put one on the bottom or you want to just leave it?
I'll just leave it like that. I mean, we're almost done. Alright, so this is going to be the first startup since putting the headers on. I don't really know how the difference between the stock headers and these headers are going to be, but can't be no worse than what it was. That's a lot fucking louder. So that's gonna be a wrap for the video. You got it.